I've been wanting to make this video for quite a while now. So, the Tournament of Power, a survival battle where universes clashes, warriors falls, and only the strongest remain. But in this time bends differently. If one of the most explosive fighters clash in their primes. And it's a what if Super Saiyan 3 Kefla face off with Ultra Instinct Saiyan Goku. In this alternate timeline, the fusion of Kale and Caulifla doesn't get overpowered by Ultra Instinct by mid-battle, but instead she pushes herself beyond the Super Saiyan 2 into Super Saiyan 3. While meanwhile Goku taps into the form of UI Sign, sooner to be canon. So before we get into this, I'm going to be breaking down both these characters. For the people who do not watch the Tournament of Power, spoilers. This is going to be absolute spoilers. Kefla is the Botara fusion of the Universe 6 Saiyans Kale and Caulifla, both prodigies with insane growth rates. As a fusion, her power is exponentially potent, amplified. But in canon, she reached Super Saiyan 2 and nearly defeated Goku with UI Sign. But in this what if scenario, what if she unlocks Super Saiyan 3, a form neither base warrior could ever achieve until now? So yeah. Here we have UI Sign Goku. After being pushed beyond his limits by Jiren, he taps into UI Sign, a divine technique God struggles to master. While not transforming into brute force, in this state he allows his body to react independently of thoughts, giving him the defensive edge and offensive unpredictability. So, and I've read y'all's comments, and I've just seen many votes on this topic here. And it has over 355 votes. 15% it is Kefla, and 79% UI Sign, and 6% is a draw. So, and that is overwhelming. And here's what I will say about this. Some people say Kefla can one-shot UI Sign Goku. That is if she can manage to knock him out of his UI Sign, because UI Sign and MUI, he'll still dodge without thoughts regardless. Because Autonomous Ultra Instincts, a UI Sign state, allows Goku to move and react without thinking, giving him massive speed, reflex, and dodging advantage. Even if the form isn't a fully state or perfected, he managed to react without thinking. But however, stamina limitations, UI Sign drains stamina quickly and is hard to maintain. Earlier versions especially were short-lived, because strength versus technique. UI Sign doesn't necessarily boost raw power like Super Saiyan 3, but it gives Goku the massive edge in combat efficiency. But however, Super Saiyan 3 Kefla is not canon. She does not manage to get in this form yet. Not do I know of. But she never able to have Super Saiyan 3. She just gone Super Saiyan 2 in the arc and manga. But she's never gone that, but in canon material. But Super Saiyan 3 Kefla is hypothetical in a game form only. Only with mods, but fusion power, Kefla, she is powerful enough to push Goku into his UI Sign to determine the power. She is basically surpassed him in Super Saiyan Blue. And here's part of the Super Saiyan 3 multiplier. If she really does achieve Super Saiyan 3, her power would theoretically jump significantly, probably to Vegeta's Blue Evolve. Because think about it, if Kefla managed to surpass Goku in his Super Saiyan Blue, And if she managed to go to Super Saiyan 3, there is a high chance she could either rival or she could surpass Vegeta's Super Saiyan Blue Evolved. And before we go over what I think who is the winner of all this, but I want to go over something I wanted to touch on. Like, if we're talking about a non-tournament power version, if a fan-made version of Kefla going full mastery of Super Saiyan 3, if she somehow master it, she might overpower UI Sign Goku with sheer force. But in canon, if she does master it or not, Goku with refined UI is still due likely to win due to technique, precision, and god tier movements. So, regardless, in this most realistic scenarios, I think UI Sign Goku will win the fight. And why do I think it? Because here are 3 things I want to go over. Hacks. There are 3 key things I want to go over why UI Sign Goku will win. We're going over the first key advantage. First key moment. Hacks advantage. UI Sign Goku gives near untouchable through automatic evasions, making brute force from Super Saiyan 3 less effective. Speed edge. That's the second key moment. UI movements. Speed often outclass higher raw power. Kefla might hit hard, but again, like I said, UI Sign or MUI will make it impossible for her to land those hits. And here's the third key point. Canon precedence. If Super Saiyan 2 Kefla couldn't beat UI Sign Goku in the Tournament of Power, even if she got Super Saiyan 3, it is not clear she could close the gap, especially since Goku improved over the course of the Tournament of Power. So, and before I end this off, here's a little chart and power scaling charts right here that'll prove this point here. Okay, so here's the power scaling, what y'all seeing right here, right? So we can go over Kefla. She surpasses UI Sign Goku with durability and raw power, but she lacks the form of mastery and a combat IQ, techniques, and stamina, where we see UI Sign Goku, where he surpassed Kefla in both speed, combat IQ, and technique, and surpassed her slightly of form mastery and stamina. So, and here's this right here. Super Saiyan 3 Kefla. Her raw power and durability, she surpassed Goku with 6.5 and 5.0. But, however, UI Sign Goku surpasses Super Saiyan 3 Kefla in speed, stamina, technique and skill, combat IQ, and the mastery of the form. So even if she slightly rivals UI Sign, her power burns. Okay, so if y'all remember the fight between Gotenks and Super Buu, Trunks and Gotenks merge into Gotenks as their Super Saiyan 3 form. That wasted amount of energy. Super Saiyan 3 is a form where they drain keys faster. So even if Kefla somehow rivals or tries to slightly overpower Goku, her ki will be drained much more faster while being in Super Saiyan 3. So, you understand what I mean? So, in the end, Super Saiyan 3 Kefla might have the power and durability, but UI Sign Goku outclass her with speed, stamina, technique, and the mastery of UI sign. That's really all I think of. But in the end, I highly doubt Kefla would. If she were able to have Super Saiyan 3, and if she does decisively land a early blow to Goku's technique, probably she would have might. But overall, UI sign speed is much more potent than Super Saiyan 3 Kefla speed. So, in the end, that is really all I gotta say. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And let me know in the comments below. And do you disagree with my take? Or do you have something different? But anyways, and most importantly of all, before I want to end this off here, I will going to be talking a lot about the Universe 6 Saiyans, probably the end of this month and probably in the middle of August, because I have many videos I would like to talk about the Universe 6 Saiyans of Cabba, Kale, and Caulifla. So that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give this a like, comment, subscribe to the Undead Army today, and click on that bell icon so that way you don't miss any of my content. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace and out.